It's the last days for bears as time is running out. As we go over in today's video, there are several signals that if don't confirm tonight, or especially tonight and tomorrow night, then very likely we will see a confirmation of, well, essentially a bullish break. And that is going to be the topic of today. I should also let you know that we're back in Dubai, as you can see probably from the camera view. It's a little bit different right here. Very excited about that. Actually, no, not at all. Fucking hate it because it's too damn hot here. It's really hot here, and our AC could probably be working better as well. But the show must go on, and we can start off with the content of the day right on over here. So I want to first give credence to some of the comments that I've been seeing, which are very much leaning bearish, here on YouTube and then also on Twitter as well, because these commenters do have something, legitimate in the sense that Krown, why are you bullish? Bitcoin is still on a lower high. Fair enough. Yes, it is a lower high as of right now compared to the highs or the last trending high that we did see in late August, where Bitcoin traded just above $65,000. Bitcoin has made several attempts towards $65,000, but it's failed to break it just yet, and certainly has not closed above it just yet as well. So technically speaking, these people, the bearish people, are correct 100%. On top of that, to give the bears their due diligence, there are a few things that, if confirmed, perhaps tonight, very likely between tonight and tomorrow night, I would postulate or propose. That would make me at least look for a decent pullback and maybe even continuation of trend. To kind of give them their names, just call it out right here. We do see that the daily RSI would have potential for hidden bearish divergence compared with those highs again in late August, as you do see higher highs on the RSI compared with slightly lower highs on price action as of right now. Again, that is as of right now. But we do not have a confirmed local high just yet. How would you confirm a local high in this particular instance? Well, you need to see Bitcoin come back down and really close below, what would this be? Friday, the 20th of September's low, which actually that was a quad witching date, as we've gone over before. Probably less likely due to seasonality statistics, but that would be my criteria for that. That would confirm hidden bearish divergence, very likely be getting a pullback back down, probably sub $60,000. On top of that, we do see that the daily stochastic oscillator very likely is going to cross, well, I shouldn't say very likely, but is going to have a potential to cross the downside tonight, thus kind of strengthening that case if Bitcoin does close below $64,000. And then on top of that, and the last thing that I'll kind of bring you over here is the price statistics. Thursday, historically speaking, has actually been a more likely to close negatively day, but since 2024 began, it's actually been a 50-50. In fact, it's the only day, or actually Friday's 50-50 as well, but it is, 50-50. And on the positive average return side, we've seen an average return of about almost 2.25%, and on the average negative side, about 1.75%. So let's put that into motion right here. Well, first we'll talk about the upside, and then we'll talk about the downside. But 2.25% would put Bitcoin back at around $64,500. That is obviously not going to be confirming a local high. And to the downside, 170 or so would put Bitcoin back down below $62,000. Which would confirm a local high. So if you do see basically closures, especially below $62,000, yeah, there's your local high. Then you have hidden bearish divergence. Then you have daily stochastic momentum, and then you have obviously Friday, which has actually kind of seen a little bit on the higher negative return side as well, thus indicating that Bitcoin, very likely does initiate a deeper pullback here. And at that point, still a downtrend, still lower lows and lower highs, as Bitcoin just failed to graze even past that last lower high that we did see in late August. But as I've been saying, I personally think that this is less likely to happen. Not that my opinion necessarily matters on this, but I do want to be on the record as just saying that, I suppose, but I'll let you make the decisions for yourself, and we can bring you over to a few other things. We do have a 5-day time frame closing tonight, which is going to be on spot price action, I do believe. It is on spot price action, but on CME, which just closed last night, we do see that there is hidden bullish divergence confirmed, with the 5-day RSI trading back above that major move, or not the major moving average, but just a moving average on the RSI right here. So I'd look at that as a more positive signal. We see that the 5-day jewel is also pointing up yet again with that positive curvature and that light cyan color. The last couple times have been fake outs, to be fair, but I mean, they have actually produced some decent moves, but third time's a charm. Perhaps yes. On top of that, weekly is going to be closing tomorrow for CME. It's going to have a chance to actually reclaim that moving average on the RSI as well, and get its third closure above the red 5 exponential moving average, which, is going to be more or less good. And on top of that, we do see, if I bring you over here to my HPDR chart, let me go. Yes, the 5-day, which closed last night, did close above the median yet again, and thus far has been using the median, or hasn't necessarily tested exactly, but you could say that that's essentially a bounce off the median. Technically speaking, the median is at 62,500, so as long as Bitcoin is above there, especially on a daily closing basis, it's hard to be looking for any sort of a bigger pullback. And on the 5-day time frame, I should also remind myself that there is a higher low here on a closing basis. So Bitcoin even just trading back above that last lower high from late August, I might call that bullish. It's a reversal. That's what it is, as else comes back into the door. 5-day time frame for spot price action, which is closing tonight as well, is showing the median right at 63,500. So as long as Bitcoin is above that number, very, again, keeps the Bullash's hopes alive in the short term here, or not necessarily keeps it alive, but keeps it more probabilistically speaking likely. On top of that, if we go back on over here, or where's my charts? The daily time frame for CME is going to have a chance to get that silver cross with the yellow 21 exponential moving average across the upside of the green 55. Perhaps as soon as tonight's closure, again, barring any sort of catastrophic breakdown. So again, just another sort of point in favor of the Bullash's. And what else? As I reference my notes, that's actually it. Perhaps we could actually revisit the daily strategy. I think that this one is still active, as is the 5-day strategy. But the 5-day strategy, obviously is not like anything like super new there to be aware of. But no, daily actually did close right there. Another winning trade, opening at 60,300, closing at 63,000 bucks. It's going to have a chance to open again if Bitcoin does close above 63,450 tonight, if you are following that one. And I also want to let the people who are in the Krown Quant automation service, this one right here, which allows you to, set up shit like this, and whoops, this one right here. Let me actually put it back up. There we go. Set up stuff like this and in automate trading as well, if you so desire. I actually did post a new strategy in there today. This one's focused on the 4-hour time frame. It's a pretty simple strategy. I think the results kind of speak for itself using some very, very simple indicators right here, just the moving average, the VMP, and percentages, basically kind of basing this one off of flows. So if you are in that, check it out. As always, I leave these things in kind of a unfully optimized state so that you can, make it your own. Obviously, if everyone's using the exact same fucking thing, that's going to be redacted because, probably going to eat into the actual efficacy of it. So, so for obvious reasons. But yeah, check it out. A little bit more of a lower term time frame strategy. Again, another example of a strategy that, doesn't have a high hit rate. Under 35% are profitable over the past 6 years here. But the profit factor is rather high, and the average losing trade is, very low, like under 1%. And the average returns for the winning trades are, a lot better. So I'll leave it right there. Those are the numbers that I'm watching for tonight. Again, for price action. Again, as long as Bitcoin is basically above 62, I don't really look at this as super concerning, and I look at this as likely the reversal in progress. But if Bitcoin does close below 62, okay, get ready for another move back down, at least to 60, probably below 60. And at that point, things really could be bearish, but has to happen first in order for me to personally really consider that. So I'll be signing off on that note. As always, I want to wish you the best. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully tomorrow, Friday.